puntate precedenti.
Scusa, secondo te qual è l'attrazione più bella di Mirabilandia?
Alessio, te ti sei formato all'estero? Assolutamente sì. Questi non sono sbarbatelli.
What is your lay count, Niels? Do you know by chance?
I stopped counting after 100, and I hit 100 at the beginning of 2017.
Me lo raccontò proprio Nils, doveva andare a lavorare per RSD, per Todd.
There's a way that you can use the awkwardness to help you get girls. If I tell you like, oh, awkward, you're shy, do you think it's positive or negative with girls? Core issue for every man when it comes to women is just one thing. So instead of trying to build techniques over the emotion,
Cioè, perché tu ti sei formato da questi due ragazzi e chi sono rispetto al panorama della seduzione italiana? Perché io non ho mai sentito parlare di un certo Chris Wilde. Chris Wilde è diventato famoso nel panorama internazionale per fare delle robe del genere, per portare a casa 3, 4, 5 ragazze per volta. Ora, perché io non ho mai sentito parlare di un certo Nils Ram.
I know I must have approached between 10,000, probably it's like 10,000 girls or more.
Io ho incontrato questi due ragazzi ad un meeting internazionale, quindi io li ho incontrati in Polonia.
For anyone who's not familiar with him, Niels is a very interesting guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him 3 years ago when I was in Poland.
I'm Niels. I used to be part of a company called Social Prime, which in a way was a dating company specialized in what we would call inner game.
Questo è Nils. Stavo facendo la meditazione più profonda di quel programma.
For traditional dating, when they look at emotions, they just see it as a problem. So let's say that you're awkward and I tell you there's a way that you can use the awkwardness to help you get girls instead of being in the way. We were really specialized in how to take care of all of the stuff that happens on the inside when you're meeting women. To go up to a girl and express your awkwardness. A lot of people would think like, what is that? Like that sounds like ridiculous. But if you actually try and do that, you will see they can react very well actually.
Yeah, I learned that myself. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I can testify to that. Yeah, they don't react how you would expect.
And that one thing is that there is a sense of inadequacy or that you do not feel enough, which is, subconscious. That's leading to all the issues that you can have with women. It can be something like you're feeling this little, instead of trying to hide all your emotions, you go there and you want to expose as much as possible. Instead of going in like this, completely blocked emotionally to women, you show everything. Now, sometimes it's not very pretty. If you get affected by a rejection, it is because there's a part that you do not accept in yourself that gets triggered. If you had total acceptance, rejection or not rejection, it would be like nothing. Nothing would, you would feel nothing, pretty much.
I don't know why, but I remember this story for like the last 4 years. Well, I think you told me this story. You were in a club or something like that, and you said that you were getting rejected, and then you were just like, fuck it, and then you pulled the first girl you talked to. Does that ring a bell at all? I think it was you who told me that story.
I have many of these. So in Barcelona, somewhere in 2018, and I go there and it's an off night. So basically all our students are at the club, but we're not coaching because it's like an off night where we're just kind of gaming together and having fun. And I come there and I see like many of the students all looking at me, like, here comes the coach, now what are you gonna do? So I get a little bit anxious because they're all kind of looking at me. And I also felt anxious because there were a lot of beautiful girls and I just came there. Now, within a minute, I see a girl who is too much my type. Like, this is a flight attendant kind of girl, and she was Italian. So I go there and I talk with her. The first thing I say is like, hey, like, I feel so anxious right now. It feels like there's 1,000 tons of pressure on my chest. But I really wanted to talk to you because I think you're too beautiful. And I say this and I look her straight in the eyes, and the anxiety is there. Like, I'm feeling so like my heart is open and my heart is kind of broken almost because of the anxiety. It's really, really pushing me. And I say this, and like, what does she do? She looks at me and then she opens her arms and she hugs me.
Oh.
And then, you know, within 10 minutes we're making out. And then we went to we took a cab from there within half an hour. That was one which I remember was when I really realized it can be so quick. Another one that I have is like, I was having a night, I was struggling, I was in a club that I didn't like. This is in Budapest. A club that is too much chaos, I don't really like it. And I was feeling really off for some reason. So I was sitting down and I think my friend Chris was sitting next to me. We did some small little meditation. So I go, and then I see a girl that I really like and I just go straight to her, and she's with a guy. But I go straight to her anyways, and it's like the guy doesn't exist for me. And as I come there, I'm just like, my presence almost like pulls her in. And she just leaves the guy, and then I'm with her, and 5 minutes later, then we go home.
And then an hour later, the guy killed himself, so think full circle.